That there is one refreshed Honda CT Trail 90 motor. And today, we're gonna put her back in the frame and hopefully get it to start. So as you guys can see, I got the Trail 90 motor all back together. She's got a fresh piston rings, new gaskets all around. We did a complete cleaning, which is a complete tear down. We split the case, cleaned all the internals, put it back together. So now we're ready to slap this guy back on the frame. And once we do that, we are going to have to go through these electrical gremlins. As you can see here, there's some wires that are in disrepair. You see this one's clear bare. Looks like it's been melted. This one's missing. And I'm not even sure what that's supposed to go to. Maybe that's a ground wire. One up here for the ignition switch. There was old electrical tape on this guy and it's down to bare wire. This guy's been fixed down to bare wire. So we'll probably have to go ahead and take care of those. I will probably just cut, splice in some new wire I have to completely do this over to make sure we're good to go. And while I'm working on that, I got the new 6-volt battery. These old Honda Trails run a 6-volt. So I got it here, I just filled it with acid. We'll get it all charged up and ready to go. So once we get the motor back in, these wires fixed up, we can see if we can breathe any fresh life into her. Oh, I think one of the nicest things with this little guy is how light this engine is. Okay. Now I gotta remember what bolts went where and did what. Alright, we're gonna try to do this by myself. Does that cause things to fall? I think as small as this motor is, as long as I can get this one where it needs to go. Beautiful! Got a fresh spark plug to go in the cylinder. I'm going to shoot a little dialect grease in there too, or on top of the cap. Just a touch. Don't need to go hog wild. All right, now let's take care of some of these electrical gremlins. Those look okay. This wire here is absolutely short. Oh boy. Look, as you can see by it breaking off, that's no biggie. That's just for a brake light. We can fix that. Good thing I got the climber, because I'm going to have to check out and see what some of these wires do. So we'll check back in with you. Alright guys, we got everything back together. I got the battery in. However, when I turn the key on, I am not getting a neutral light to come on. So I don't know if she's going to start or not. But we're going to try her and see. I'm not exactly sure which was the on position, which is the off position. I don't even know that. I don't have any headlights or anything with it, so I think there's something else electrical going on here. I'm going to give her a few kicks just to see what happens. I'll probably end up having to pull the spark plug. I don't know if I'm going to get spark. Let's try the key this way. I think I'm probably going to have to pull the spark plug and see if we're getting spark. No spark there. Negative. Alright, so I know my battery is good. I checked it. We're reading 6 volts. Let's take these apart. Now, I believe the blue and red wire is the wire that sends power from the battery to the ignition switch. So we should be reading 6 volts there. That's this guy. I need a good ground. We have 6 volts there. So we're getting power to the ignition switch. Let's see if we're getting power through the ignition switch now. That's plugged in. Let's see what we got here. Okay, that's 6 volts. So that's the on position. This should be the off position. That's 0, 0. So we're getting power through the ignition switch. Yep, 6 volts. Well, that's not, it's a good sign, it's not a good sign. I was hoping that's what it was the ignition switch. So now we gotta start tracing more wires down. I'm gonna look in the manual and see what our resistance is supposed to be for the wires on our neutral safety switch. We will check that next. Alright, so it's been a while since that last bit you saw. Me working on the Trail 90, because I absolutely hate doing and messing with the wiring, chasing wiring gremlins. I don't find that fun, so it's hard to be motivated, so I've flip-flopped back and forth between different projects. But I finally figured out what was going on with it. You'll see here I have a new wire sheeting run because there was a splice in here that was loose. I don't know if it was what you'd call a kosher job that had been done. I think what's wrong with this guy is the neutral safety switch is bad, and so they bypassed the neutral safety switch, but they did it by tying in to the ignition wire here to send the power and ground. I don't know. Anyway, messing with that seemed to have fixed it, and well, let me show you. Cold engine, no choke. Little bit of gas, and she's firing up 1K. So we finally have the Trail 90 running, and she sounds pretty healthy too. Horn works, turn signals work, though our flasher relay's bad. We have to get new ones of those, and of course we still got to fix this guy in the back. Don't know if the headlight works yet because we're still missing that. Greg's got the bezel for that coming. Kill switch works. So everything works so far as I know, except for the turn signal flasher relay, which is this little puppy right here. Greg has a new one ordered and is going to be dropping it off Monday, along with some new tires and some tubes, or tubes only, I'm not exactly sure. I am currently working on putting the airbox back on. There's no filter or anything in it yet. And attaching this new remanufactured plastic piece, which will go right there. And of course we got the new battery cover here. It's just a plastic reproduction one. Greg can paint that up if he wants to later, which goes right to there. So we finally made some good progress with the Trail 90. We should be able to take her out for a rip here real soon. And by real soon, I mean right now. I mean, come on, we've got tires that are holding air. She's put together and running, so I just can't wait any longer. We're gonna go for a quick little test drive. And I think we're in low range, so we'll see how good low range is for putting.
Oh boy. It's not made the button, I think. Oh boy, baby.
Second gear, low range, pretty good.
Hi,
neutral. Yep, I didn't go flying into mummy. Alright. Low gear seems good. Let's put her in high gear. Let's run her up and down the hill. There it was. Alrighty. Adjust them. We'll throw new tires on so we can check for what pad is left. Let's see how she pulls the hill in high gear. Seriously though guys, this is a fun little buggy and she seems to be running great. So our little refresh job on her seems to have brought and breathed new life into this little guy. A few little odds and ends to do. Still got to hook up the headlight with the new headlight bezel. I got new tires and tubes to go on her, and we need a new, like I said, a new turn signal relay, which I have because they come on, but they're not flashing. So we got a new relay to throw in there. Other than that, everything else seems to be working. So, them few little odds and ends, and we'll be ready to hand her back over to Greg. So after spending some time riding Greg's CT90, I can definitely see why there is such a cult following of these classic dual-purpose bikes, because they're such a blast here off-road with that low gear. I mean, they are perfectly trailable. These are my side-by-side trails, and this little Trail 90 is handling it like nothing. Same goes for the CT70, the CT110. They are just great little bikes. I'm glad Honda has brought them back and you can now buy new, more modern versions, but they still have the same classic heritage of these old guys. So this was definitely a fun project for me. I hope you guys liked it. Greg's had it back for a while now and has been enjoying it. And I definitely meant what I said about me wanting one now. These things are a blast. So again, I hope you enjoyed this video. We will see you guys on the next one. Thank you for all your support. And until next time, keep on riding.